What is going on, guys and girls? It's Anger Roleplay here once again, and today I want to talk a little about the nerfs that is going to happen in the Path of Exile 3.15 patch. I checked the balance manifesto, but it kind of raises more questions for me than I get the answers from that. And the biggest question for me is, I'm okay with the nerfs, but why now? I mean, why now they're making the nerfs? The power creep has not started growing yesterday. It has been growing since 3.1. It was the Abyss League, and this was the most gigantic power creep leap the game have ever taken. If you guys are new to the game, I will explain you what exactly happened in the 3.1 Abyss League. It introduced a lot of extra damage. We had weapons which gave us over like 120% physical damage as extra elemental damage, which made skills like Blade Vortex is absolutely insanely overpowered, and the all kind of bombers were very OP, and poison BB and all kind of BB was pretty insane at this point. Any physical skill was ridiculous. So at the same time, Abyss League introduced Abyssal Jewels, and Abyssal Jewels back in the day had ridiculous amount of added flat damage to all kind of elements and whatever. It was absolutely broken, but GGG didn't realize that it took them, I think, 10 leagues before they, like 7, maybe 6 leagues before they nerfed the weapons, and even more leagues, like over 10 leagues later, they actually decided to kill the Abyssal Jewels. So it takes a lot of time for GGG to take any action towards the power creep in the game. So why now? Why exactly 3.15 they decided to nerf shit even more? You know, it didn't start yesterday, of course. I think they started the whole nerf train a couple of leagues ago. We started noticing that, you know, we're not getting the buffs anymore. We get like more nerfs than the buffs. And it keeps on going and going, and it started fighting the power creep because they obviously realize, you know, people are destroying shit over and over again. Like one day, Awakener 7, 8 done by the no-lifing dudes out there. It's pretty silly what is happening right now in the game, definitely. But my question is, why now? The game, let's be real, it's a 9-year-old game. It's very old. They are developing PoE 2 right now. So the biggest question for me now, why the fuck they're nerfing the shit even more? Why they're trying to fix the game that is 9 years old? The only answer that I get for this is maybe they're trying to balance the game before they transition to the PoE 2. But here comes another question. Will they drag all that shit from the PoE 1 to the PoE 2? This is a serious question because it's very important, guys. If they will take all the shit from the PoE 1 and deliver it to PoE 2, it will be absolute fucking disaster. PoE 1 right now is a gigantic clusterfuck. It's extremely next to impossible to play the game if you are a new player, if you're trying to get into the game. It looks easy, free to play, but the reality is, when you finish the X, when you open the Atlas, your brain fucking explode. It's just enormous amount of things you need to do in order to do something worthwhile in the game. It's not a fun experience anymore. It's a job. You don't even, the new player doesn't even realize how much shit he needs to do in the game to actually get good at the game, you know. And what's the point in playing the game if you don't want to get good? You want to succeed, you need to finish the bosses, you need to be like make powerful builds. So it's just a gigantic clusterfuck right now. One of the reasons why I stopped playing is there's so much things to do, and there's so many the more shit you need to do, the more you start to ignore. Like, I'm ignoring the heist, I'm ignoring the delve, I'm ignoring the fucking temple of Axolotl, the incursion league, entirely ignoring. I haven't even been there once last leagues. So, and I didn't really lose any from this whatsoever. But the newer player, he will try to get there, he will be overwhelmed, he will say like, fuck it, I'm not getting anything out of that, just frustration. I spent so much time on that, I didn't really get anywhere because you're spreading out so much, you know, and there's no really goal in the game anymore. I mean, there's no goal anymore. It's just a job. You know, every few months, people ask me with the same question, like, what should I play? What should I play? Guys, stop treating the game like a job. It's not your job to play the game from scratch every 3 months, guys. You need to understand that. It's not your job to play the fucking PoE, guys. Do something else. I mean, there's so many good games around. This is not the only game to play in the fucking galaxy, guys. Don't treat the game like a job. And at this point, I strongly believe that PoE is a job. It's not the fun game anymore. There's so much shit to do, and it's not getting any easier. And the nerfs, they're just not helping that. I mean, the no-lifing 1% will still get to the end game. Well, instead of 1 day, in 2 days, not big of a deal. And the casuals, which had hard times getting to Awakener or whatsoever, they will probably never get there, because the whole adventure will be much harder from now on, with the nerfs to the skill gems, the harder bosses, you know, the reduced immunities and all that shit. All that stuff makes the game harder, which is great, but for the casual, there's already too much stuff to do. So I don't really understand still why nerfing everything now. Why they're trying to balance the 9 years old game right now when there's so many better opportunities to spend your time on, like making PoE 2 great, you know, a great game, for example. Who knows, maybe it will be, but honestly, I have very low expectations towards PoE 2, considering they still invest so much time in PoE 1. So I don't really know what to expect, and yeah, that's pretty much what I think, guys. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the nerfs, and do you even think it's really, you know, worth their time to do this kind of a balancing, considering how old the game is at this point and how much of a clusterfuck the game is now? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.